Hello, Aries, and happy December. This is going to be a month tarot card reading and not split up in two. This is for December of 2020. It will be a monthly reading for you this month. Hello and welcome, Aries, to my channel. Thank you very much. This is a 5-card tarot card overall energy reading for the time period of December 2020. It is a general reading for the larger collective and is intended for informational purposes. The information may not resonate with all Aries, of course, saying that's perfectly okay. Please take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I already shuffled the cards and requested the universal guidance, and the cards were selected were ejected on their own during the shuffle. The 5 cards that were exited during the shuffle for this overall energy rating of December 2024 Aries are right here. The first card here represents the overall energy of past influences, and this is typically within the last few months. In some cases, that energy for the overall collective of Aries may have resolved, and other energies may still be lingering. The second card here represents the current overall energy during this particular month of December for the overall collective of Aries. The third card here represents the overall energy for future energies in this for this time period of the month of December. The fourth card here represents the overall energy for any challenges that the overall collective of Aries may experience during the month of December of 2020. And the fifth card here represents the overall energy for any outcome energies for the collective overall of Aries for the month of December. So, we start out with our first one in our past influences. Oh, we have a major arcana card of the Star. Sorry for the glare there. So, sorry, I got a little glare there. Star. All right. Angels and angels and guidance, please help us understand why the Star here is in the Aries overall energy for their past influences in the last couple of months, please. Great. Well, I'm picking up here for the past overall collective of Aries in the past few months that many Aries were welcoming a sort of reprieve. There was, for some, a period of a major change and perhaps some turmoil, and that could have been related to COVID-19. Many, I'm picking up Aries, had sort of endured the challenges, and some felt that they were stripped bare to their limiting any beliefs that they previously may have held them back. I'm picking up that for many Aries, you sort of, because of that, you sort of realized your core essence, and you were able to discover who you are beneath the layers that we all have. I'm picking up that for many Aries, no matter what was thrown your way during your past influences here, you always felt, many of you felt connected to sort of a divine and loving energy that was following you, and it helped. I think I'm picking up led to sort of a new sense of self for many Aries, and perhaps even a new appreciation of who you are and what you're capable of. As we know, the Star in the tarot recognizes renewed hope and faith, and I'm picking up for many Aries, you sort of sense that you were truly blessed by the universe during this time frame. I think I'm picking up that many of you sort of felt an internal, peaceful, loving phase of your life. It was an energy of calm and stability and sort of emotions, and perhaps even more a better understanding of including perhaps even a more in-depth understanding of both yourself and others that are significant with you and around you. I'm picking up that the overall energy in the past few months was significant, geared mainly towards personal growth for many, and or increasing development. Yeah. I mean, Aries, as you know, the Star card here, when it shows up in your past influences, it really meant that anything was possible for many Aries, and that this sort of positive energy was flowing around you, even through you. It is intended to make your heart sort of feel full of hope, and your soul being uplifted to the highest of highs. Because at the time, many Aries, it's an energy that sort of allows you to realize that your dreams really can come true. And if, of course, it allows yourself to dream, to aspire and to elevate in any way possible that you can reach to the stars, literally, as the card suggests here. Because that positive energy is waiting for you. I'm picking up that for many Aries, you also use the time and spend some energy on sort of rediscovering your own sense of meaning and inspiration and perhaps even purpose in your life. Many Aries were making some significant changes in your life, perhaps. This may have included transforming yourself from that sort of an older you to a new version of you. And and with that, it means that you sort of found a new, fresh perspective of that saying, sort of out with the old and in with the new. I'm picking up there was, for some, an important spiritual journey that some may have taken, or may even still be taken. And this has sort of brought about a greater sense of meaning and purpose to many of you in your life, and sort of renewed that energy. I'm picking up that many of you were also sort of, challenged to be open with new ideas in order to grow and to listen and to bring sort of a better understanding. Aries, when you had the star here in your past influences, and particularly in the past few months, the overall energy that I'm picking up here was a generous spirit, and for many of you, you wanted to give and share whatever you wanted to, whatever you were able to, and that could have been from wealth of finances to wealth of knowledge to wealth of time, because it helped transform not only your life but the lives of others around you. It was really a period of sort of having an open heart and knowing that you wanted to give back basically blessings that you received, so that others wanted to benefit from it. It's a very positive card of energy switch for many Aries. This leads us to our second card, which is our present energy. Wow. Okay, you have another major arcana card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Angel and Spirit Guides, please help us understand for our Aries for the month of December why the Wheel of Fortune is here in their present energy during this time frame, please. Well, Aries, as many of you may know, the Wheel of Fortune reminds you that the wheel is always turning, and that life is in a state of constant change, and that's symbolic here. I feel that many Aries are still going through some sort of change, and some may have experienced some difficult changes, which might have been helpful, sort of that re-understanding here of your past influences here, this sort of renewed energy, and you're sort of recuperating from that. And I think what's happening right now for many of you who sort of went through the challenge and sort of found this rediscovering here in your past influences with the star is that now I'm picking up that you're to be rest assured that good luck and good fortune is going to return to you. And I think for some of you may have already seen this, but things are going to go well, and you might have this innate sort of energy to feel this, that there is a change coming, and that life is going to return to normal, whatever normal was for you individually. The Wheel of Fortune here basically shows the cycle of why it's important to cherish, the blissful moments in your life and make the most of them while they're still within reach. Because, as well known, within a flash they can be gone. And for Aries, the Wheel of Fortune here also is known as the Wheel of Karma, and it reminds you that what goes around comes around. So, this is a lesson here in your current present energy to be kind and a loving person to others, and they'll be kind and loving to you as well. This ties into a lot with the laws of attraction, that if you have a negative attitude, you get negativity. If you have a positive attitude and a caring attitude and a loving attitude, um, it's returned. So it's very much tied in together. So this is why, uh, it, it's important to sort of be mindful of that, and to cherish that. So again, the lesson here for many of you is that if you want happiness and abundance, whatever abundance is for you, make sure that you're sending out that positive sort of juju and kind, because what you send out to the universe, Aries, is what you're going to get back your way. I also pick up the Wheel of Fortune here for Aries, and your present energy for the month of December is opportunity to be optimistic and to have a sort of renewed faith in the universe, that the universe will take care of you in the best situation that's possible. Um, I'm picking up that it's important for Aries to, if you haven't done already, to meditate and to visualize at least daily, at least 10 minutes daily in the morning is best, so that it can reinforce your sort of intention to bring your increased abundance, whatever that is for you, the good fortune that you want or the prosperity that you desire. Because Aries, your life is bound to turn in a more positive direction if you are willing to grow and to expand. With this card here, keep in mind that you could be open to all kinds of synchronicities and signs from the universe. And this is really the universe's way of saying that there is fate and destiny behind you, and the miracles that you want to manifest can happen. But however, you do have to do your own work, and that is you have to maintain positivity, and you have to enjoy the process as it goes. So what I'm picking up here for many Aries is just a kind reminder from the universe to be open to help others as guidance, whether it's in the physical or spiritual realms, because that's supporting you. Your physical and spiritual realms, they want you to do well, and the universe is relishing in supporting you right this minute. So don't be afraid to call on them, Aries. If you need them, you may also feel some compelled to work, with your archangels and your ascended masters to support you and guide you. So, if you have not looked at the laws of attraction, there's plenty of videos on YouTube, and it's important that you understand the appropriate way to manifest, the best way. I'm also picking up that Aries, if you're someone who likes to have control and stability, the Wheel of Fortune may come as a shock to you, because this tarot card here, as a major arcana card, it factors outside of your control, and influences your situation. It's almost as if the universe is dishing up whatever it pleases. It can be unpredictable and unnerving for some, but this is one of the challenging aspects of the Wheel of Fortune, since no matter which way the wheel turns, it's impossible to try and change it. So this is about a lesson here about learning to accept what is happening and to adapt and to go with the flow, because you will prosper much better if you do. I'm also picking up from many that the Wheel of Fortune here can show a critical turning point for some areas in their life. This could include opportunities that you could never imagine are all suddenly going to be available to you, and you have the chance to make some significant change in your life. So this is the universe saying, be aware and mindful of anything that could be unexpected and unfamiliar, because this could be seen as an invitation to turn things around for you and to take on an entirely new direction. The more you tune into your intuition, Aries, and allow the universe to guide you, the better these outcomes will be in your present energies here. Wow. This leads us to our third card. Wow, we have another major arcana card. We have the Hierophant here. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand why the Hierophant here is in the Aries future energies during the month of December of 2020, please. Well, the Hierophant card here represents sort of an established set of spiritual values and beliefs, and many times Aries are correlated with the religion or other form of doctrines. It encourages you, to sort of not only understand your own belief systems, and encourages you to make your own choices. The Hierophant encourages you to learn fundamental principles from a trusted source, whatever that may be. I'm also picking up that the Hierophant's arrival here in your future energies during this time frame is is, for some, the energy he's picking up is going to follow, is going to encourage you to follow sort of a convention, and it's going to encourage you to stay within the bounds of a sort of that tried and tested model. Um, I'm picking up that many of you perhaps are not willing to go out on a limb on some things, or offer any sort of new or innovative ideas. Instead, I'm picking up that you're wanting to sort of adhere to key principles and rules that you know and you trust, and that have led to success in the past for you. I'm also picking up the Hierophant. Also is the energy for many Aries, because it's a symbol to honor your family traditions, and our sacred rituals that have perhaps you put on the back burner. Now, this may be tied to the holidays are coming now in December, for those who celebrate them. Many Aries are going to be asked to sort of commit to that sort of higher spiritual practice of calmness in its most wholesome form. It's not about customization. It's not about agitation. It's not about bending the rules. For many Aries, if you've been lacking sort of a ritual and tradition, it's just encouraging to create a regular sort of practice, such as a daily prayer or that meditation, or just sort of relaxing each morning, and looking at how lucky you are. It's asking you to sort of consider exploring your spiritual or religious heritage, whatever that is for you. I'm picking up here also that for many Aries, that the card here in this future energy tends to speak to a group membership or a part of an institution. So for some Aries, you may be wanting to enjoy some sort of comfort being surrounded by people who have sort of a well-established belief systems and explicit values that you do, whatever that may be. Many of you perhaps are, because of, well, I'm picking up the reason for that is because it's an opportunity to sort of explore new opportunities for some, and I'm picking up the universe is encouraging you to do such, if that's what you're feeling. And that could be from either a new church or organized religion, but it could be simple as a change in your routine, which could be joining a gym or some reading book committee or a group or something. Just some sort of where people think the same things or are encouraging the same things. The bottom line here for you, Aries, in your future energies with the Hierophant, is this is about identifying with others, and to find a way of thinking that will prompt further learning, and it's allowing you sort of to take pause. Typically, the Hierophant is basically a time to just sort of take pause and to think about what's important to you, and make changes that you think you might or want to invest your time in. And also it's a good time to just say maybe everything's going okay. It just encourages you a pause and a breather. And our fourth card, which is our challenges for this time frame for December for Aries, Angels and Spirit Guides, please tell us. We have the Five of Wands here in your challenges energies. Angels and Spirit Guides, please help us understand why the Five of Wands here is in our Aries challenge energies for the month of December, please. Well, the number fives typically represents some sense of conflict and change. The Five of Wands here represents the same thing. Typically, this card here indicates that for some Aries, you might be in the midst of a battle or a tension or some sort of competition with others. And I'm picking up that for some, you could be impacting your ability to move forward with your goals. I'm picking up for some that rather than sort of be willing to work towards a common goal, some Aries you're running up against a sort of a constant opposition. Keep in mind, Aries, with the Five of Wands, everyone is fighting to be heard. But this card here is a message to sort of ask you, Aries, to be mindful and to sort of, pause and think that, if no one's listening, because everyone has a different opinion, then how are you going to get anything done?
So, if no one's stopping to hear each other out, conflict and misunderstandings are going to run rampant. Now, this could be whether it's a family situation, a friendship, or work relationship. It doesn't matter. It's this sort of energy. For Aries, if you find yourself in this situation, see it as an opportunity to rise above the chaos and disorder. This is encouraging, again, as if the Hierophant was, is to be mindful and to take a pause, and sort of take a deep breath in and allow a moment to listen to what others are saying, even if you disagree. And that's the key here. The universe is basically asking you to sort of be in tune to one another and to allow each person to make their case. And because Aries, perhaps in this process, their opinions may become softer and quieter, and this may also give you the opportunity that you're looking for and the respect that you're seeking, to listen to your viewpoint. Keep in mind, Aries, that sometimes this type of conflict and discussion can be very productive, and particularly if there's sort of a group brainstorming. And again, this could be a family situation you're planning on, or planning with friends or work. It's about problem solving. So this is about finding a constructive environment where you can test your ideas and have them challenged or improved by others. You could benefit from this by establishing sort of a working group or a committee or a mastermind group, whatever it is, and just sitting down and getting people from a diverse background or diverse opinions. And it's encouraging, Aries, to be open to this debate as a positive contribution, because in the end, it's going to improve the quality of whatever your idea and what your plan was. Again, as I said earlier, this the Five of Wands here for many Aries is encouraging sort of to allow a diverse and difference of opinions. And for some Aries, you may be dealing with different people from different cultures and backgrounds, and perhaps everyone's struggling to understand their sort of background and their opinion of here. But it's critical here, in this learning lesson here, is to understand that each person has something unique to offer at the table, and you, Aries, will benefit from learning more about them and what they have to offer. Keep in mind that the Five of Wands here is encouraging an enthusiastic approach to change. It's about transitioning or even transformation, whether you may like it or not. Your challenge here is sort of is to ensure that everyone is on the same page and dealing with this shift constructively and positively. Currently, if the group's energy is scattered and misdirected, it's not going anywhere. It's going to remain stale, uh, stagnant. Um, so understand that everybody has ideas, and the universe here is encouraging you that to allow everyone to bring them to the table in sort of a logical way. And more significantly, your role, Aries, in this is identifying sort of a clear strategy and purpose so that the ideas can be implemented by all that are involved. So that's your challenge. And finally, we have in our outcomes energies, we have the Nine of Wands. Angel and Spirit guides, please help us understand why the Nine of Wands here is in our Aries outcomes for the month of December of 2020, please. Well, I'm picking up here that the Nine of Wands obviously comes at a time, or it comes as a sign that even in the face of adversity, Aries, you're going to stand tall and strong. I'm picking up that you may be on, perhaps some of you may be on the edge of exhaustion, but it's going to test you, and it's going to show that you're resilient and that you're persistent and you're ready to do what it takes to get to completion. I'm picking up that even though some of you may be feeling sort of battered and bruised and worn out, and lack of energy because of other significant challenges that perhaps you were in, struggles that you were sort of dealing with on your way, and this could have been work-life sort of balance. But just when you think you're making progress, perhaps some of you suffered another setback. The Nine of Wands here, when this happens, Aries, is in your outcomes. The Nine of Wands is asking you to trust that this is merely a test of your grit and resilience, and to understand that and to know that the universe, that every time you complete an obstacle, you're getting stronger. You have the inner resources necessary to overcome these sort of difficulties if you encounter, and it's and to understand that it may seem impossible at the time, but see this nine as an assurance that you're eventually you will get to your goal. Um, and again, it may not succeed the first time, but don't give up. Try again. And I'm also picking up that other areas may, for some areas, other people may be sort of want to oppose your plans, which is similar to here in your challenges, to make things more difficult to you. So you may feel attacked by this in some way, but understand that they do it sometimes because they're jealous of your success, or they're just projecting their own insecurities and fears on you. So the lesson here for if this, for your outcomes here is don't let them get to you. You're a change maker, and you have a vital message to share. So don't dim your lights because of other people's insecurities. Just be understanding. You know, the Nine of Wands here in your outcomes of this energy, Aries, for December, is encouraging you to keep pushing. It's basically saying, the universe is understanding that you're close to a finish line of whatever it is that you're working on. So even if you want to give up, this is your final challenge before you reach a goal and an outcome. And so don't let go of your hopes and dreams, whatever they were for you, no matter how small or how large, because the universe is telling you that this is going to be close to your reality. So stand firm in your challenges, and you will achieve your goals. I'm also picking up that keep. I'm also picking up areas that even in these challenges, you're going to find supporters, and perhaps, and that you're not going to be there alone. So don't feel like you're beyond. Don't feel like you're going to be alone. I'm picking up that there are people that you may know who just perhaps you haven't recognized are your cheerleaders or may have been quiet, but they are supporting you. And so, although some may oppose you, you have many more people who are supporting you in your way. So let them help you. That's a critical guidance. And finally, the advice from the universe here, with the Nine of Wands here, is asking you to be mindful to establish your boundaries and protect those sort of lines. If you allow others to stand in your way, Aries, they can deplete your energy, and it may be likely that if you assert yourself effectively with these people, you need to protect yourself. So it's important that you understand each situation, and you obviously sometimes think before you speak, and you act, of course, and don't act on ego. This is about communicating in an honest and respectful way. It's the universe also just guides you to be aware that even those many barriers can prevent others from getting close to you, are helping you. So you have to be conscious of that awareness as well, and how protected you are. Because if you put up too many boundaries, the people who are trying to help you may not be able to help you. So it's finding that balance, and that's a critical issue for your outcomes. But the good news, Aries, is that your outcomes will be positive. You will get through these struggles. So just understand that, and be hopeful of that. It's a very good reading for the month of December here.
So Aries, thank you so much. I would like to wish you have a very merry little Christmas and season greetings to all Aries during this time, and wish you happiness and health and a wonderful holiday, however you celebrate it. Be safe and happy. I want to thank you very much for watching this video. If you would like to support my channel, the YouTube algorithms depend on your support by clicking on what I call the big three, and that's clicking on like the video, click on subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and click on the notification button. Keep in mind that when you do this, you're not going to be bombarded with emails or junk stuff. This is really about an algorithm that YouTube uses to promote channels to a wider audience, and I'm still a new channel, so I would appreciate your support if you feel so so much as to do so. Aries, please feel free to leave a comment if you felt any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if it didn't resonate with you, it's totally okay. Please let it go, and just wasn't meant for you at this time. So again, thank you very much, Aries, for your support. I appreciate it, and have a wonderful holiday, and be safe and enjoy yourself. Thank you so much.